interest rates and home value appreciation. Everyone thinks it's very strongly inversely correlated. But is that true? So let's discuss that aspect in this episode in detail today. So it's a common theory that interest rates, when they go up, home values come down. And when interest rates go down, home values go up. And we have seen some of this happening, and that is why we kind of tend to think that that's the causality. But just that is not the causality. So the first thing I want you to clarify, understand, and get into your heads wrapped around is that interest rate, income, home values, expenses, you put all these together, and that's the formula for affordability. So interest rates don't drive home values. Interest rate is one of the factors among many others that determines the home value appreciation. I hope I'm making myself very clear by now. Now, I used AI to dig up a lot of data, and it helped me build the charts that I wanted to use for this particular discussion. And I asked AI to prepare a 50-year chart, because what happens is, if you look at just 5-year span, there is one factor playing. If you look at 10-year span, there could be two factors playing. But when you take data for 50 years, usually that feels more trustworthy, and that kind of brings many more factors into play as compared to just taking a 5 or a 10-year view on the analysis. And so what I did is I took a 50-year view on this data. And so I'm going to use this chart. I'm going to put it down in the link. I'm also going to publish it along with this particular video. And if you want it, send me an email. I'll send you this. And if you want the data, please email me and I can email you the chart. So I'm going to look at the chart. I'll probably keep it on the side somewhere and explain. So in 1980s, interest rates jumped up into the 18% for a 30-year fixed mortgage. That was the time when inflation was rampant. And so home values, actually, if you say that home values is a function of inflation because of the cost of material, the home values go up, it does not correlate that way. Home values went dramatically down when the interest rates went up. So it's a function of affordability there. And then the interest rates started coming down, but the home values did not start jumping out immediately because the inflation was still rampant and it was getting under control. From the mid 80s, 85 to 2000, interest rates started coming in. In fact, I got my home in 2000 October for 8.25%, 5-year arm, not a 30-year fixed, a 5-year arm, 8.25. So guess, at that time, home values were yet at the peak here in the Bay Area, because the one condo that I bought for $388,000 previously sold for only $159,000, and that too just 6 years before me. So in 6 years, it doubled. So what was the factor that was dominating in the 2000s? Please comment below, and I will give you the answer towards the end of this video. So in 2000, those home values started going up. By 2007, we saw the peak. So what was the reason for the market peaking by 2007? I'll give you, if you can give me the answers here, or if you send me an email, I'll give you the answers to that. I'm pretty sure you know the answer as to why the market jumped out by 2007. And then it dramatically dropped. Even though the interest rates were going down, the market dropped, and it dropped precipitously. We all remember the 2008 to 2012 real estate crisis, Lehman Brothers, and all of that, right? So that is when we had a meltdown. And then the interest rates started going down in the fours. And when the interest rates went into the fours, the appreciation went into the 9s and 10%. And then in 2022, you will see the interest rates bottom. And at that time, the home values appreciated, went berserk, let's say. Now, what is the factor there? Yes, interest rate was one factor. What are the other two factors? I'll give that to you if you answer that in the link below. Okay? And then now the interest rates are in their normals, which is the 6%. And when it is getting to the 6, the home value appreciation is also in the normals around the 5 to 6% nationwide. So it's not that only interest rates drive appreciation. There are lots of other factors. And this particular chart is going to be an amazing exercise to understand how this plays. And so, when you're looking for a home, you need to understand the markets. Now look at the Bay Area market. Why is it strong even though the interest rate is high? Why did I buy my home when it was 8.25 for top of the market price, like double the price that it was 6 years back? Because I still had a belief that I'm going to be able to sell it for double. And I actually ended up selling for 525 from 388 in just 5 years. So that was not bad either. So what happens is incomes dictate some of it, and because Bay Area is such a high income demography that the market keeps going strong, people their incomes keep increasing, and because their incomes keep increasing, they get immense amount of appreciation because the home values are dictated by a function of affordability, which includes income, expenses, which include mortgage, property taxes, HOA, insurance, and all. So we don't always remember these, and that is the reason why we focus so much on interest. So do not focus just on interest. You could focus on the equity in your home. You should look at what your current home size is and what it is going to do if you don't move your home by this time. So there is a lot of these other factors that you should include in your design. And if you need that help with design, happy to be there. Thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching.